Hey everybody, it's Crohn's Veteran. I hope everybody's doing well out there. I'm Jordan McConnell, the founder of Crohn's Veteran, and today I want to talk to you guys about maintaining a positive attitude, which is something that's very, very, very near and dear to me. Um, I've had a Crohn's disease since 1995, so about 25 years. This coming up Halloween, I think, and so during that time, a lot of stuff has happened. I joined the military. I got married. I have a son now, and I'm building Crohn's Veteran and some other things in my life. And so, through all that, there's been some real challenges with for me to maintain a positive attitude, and that's what I want to talk about today is my experiences and also just some things that I've learned over time on how to have a better mindset. And so first of all, when I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, it came out of nowhere. um I was 14 years old. I was in ninth grade. I was at a friend's house spending the night. We used to play video games all the time and stuff. And I remember that we went to McDonald's actually, and I got an order of chicken nuggets, and I got they used to have a drink called High C Orange, and so I got some High C Orange drink and some chicken nuggets, and I ate those, and that night I had the worst stomach ache I've ever had in my life, and then the next morning I ended up going back home after spending the night at his house. I actually stayed the night there, and I went home, and my parents at the time realized that that the pain that I was going through was so bad that I needed to go to the hospital. And so they rushed me over to the hospital, and the doctors pushed out my stomach, and they found out that there was a problem, and they pushed it, and I remember it hurting a lot still at that time. And so within, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes, I was changed out of my street clothes, and then I was put into a hospital gown and put into an operating room, and then they did emergency exploratory surgery on my stomach, and it was determined that I was under a lot of inflammation, and the doctors took out 6 inches of my colon and took out my appendix at the time. And so so through all that, I remember actually maintaining a pretty positive attitude. It's crazy how quickly your muscles stop working when you're laid up in a bed, and I got all these tests done, and I know I lost weight and everything, but but I remember that around that same time, my sister was born, and so life was actually, and there were a lot of fun things that were happening around me, even though I was sick. And so I did have a very healthy support system around me to kind of get me back up and running, which really helped. And so that actually did help me maintain a good attitude at the time. And through the next several years, I finished high school, and I was fine, and I had girlfriends and stuff like that, and still everything was cool, and I actually was healthy enough to after high school and everything to join the military. And so I didn't really understand at the time the chronic nature of Crohn's disease, and so I just joined the Air Force and decided to serve my country and everything. And so I had the attitude that it's something I wanted to do, and so I took it upon myself to take a couple of city buses across town in Las Vegas, and to the recruiter's office, and I signed up, and I went through boot camp, and my attitude was pretty positive through that too, even though I was getting yelled at all the time. And then I went through school and everything in Mississippi and Biloxi, and even then, getting yelled at, and the military school environment, I still found a way to enjoy myself through that entire experience, and actually and learn some stuff too. And at my first base, and the rest of my career in the military, even through all the challenges that I had, some of the unfun jobs or unfun situations that I went through, I was always able to maintain a positive attitude by just reminding myself by about what is going right. And so when I actually moved to Nebraska, I that's actually when I got sick again for the second time, and when my ability to maintain a positive attitude was really challenged. And so I was actually stationed in Lincoln, Nebraska, for the Air National Guard for Nebraska, and so in 2009, for several, and I would say about April, um, I started getting sick again. I started getting really bad stomach aches and stuff like that, and and I'm like for some reason I was had the thinking that if I can just tough it out, it will go away, and as we all and as many people know that, or as I know now that that just simply is not true. And so please see your doctors and please see medical professionals if you need help. And so or if you're displaying any kind of IBD symptoms. And so, so for me, 2009 was, a definite challenge. And so, I was sick in April of that year. And so, probably for the first several weeks, I just had a really, really bad cramping stomach aches and all that kind of stuff. And so, and also at that time in my life, I was working in a call center for a cable company. And so it was kind of a, unique juxtaposition to, to have, these really bad Crohn's symptoms, to be, in the military still, and then to also, have a customer service job where I had to, be friendly to people and to be nice to people. And so, that actually didn't end up working out for too long because I ended up going to the hospital, the emergency room, because my stomach hurt just that bad, and they gave me some medicine. I'm trying to remember that far back, but maybe it was prednisone to help with the inflammation and stuff. And then again, I went to the emergency room maybe a few months later, again for just pain alone. And then again, the third time I went to the hospital that year, the emergency room, I actually had a temporary ileostomy performed, just to bypass my digestive system and give my body a chance to heal and relax. And so that I actually had that temporary ileostomy for several weeks, and I had the actual tube going into my side that was actually changed out and switched out at the doctor's office without any anesthesia, which is one of the most painful things that's ever happened to me in my life. And so maintaining, and actually I remember I laughed at that time. I remember I laughed because it hurt that much. And the doctors were like, "Why are you laughing?" I'm like, it's a coping mechanism because, if I wasn't laughing, I'd probably be crying because it hurt that bad. And so actually the fourth time I went to the hospital that year, I was admitted. This is after talking to my doctors and stuff. And so they actually did surgery on me and took out another 18 inches of my colon. And then my ileum was actually taken out too. And so I woke up from that surgery having about a 9 to 10 inch scar going up and down my stomach around my belly button, was stapled all the way up, which is pretty life changing too. And so, and I remember that hospital stay, it was a lot more difficult to maintain a positive mindset, and so I was actually pretty angry that I had gotten sick and all these things. And I was, just kind of in a bad place. And, so there's very many people with Crohn's disease and IBD that, share a lot of their pictures from the hospital and a lot of pictures from, when they're going through a bad time. And, and for me in the hospital, I was just so angry. Not only did I not want my family to be there, I also didn't take any pictures of myself in the hospital just because I was so upset. And, I lost a lot of weight. I'm, pretty slight guy to begin with. And so, losing even more weight, it was just a challenge. But after that, I still had a glimmer of hope. And so I was able to put the weight back on, at least to, what I am today, which is about halfway, where I was before the surgery. And so, but I've just, ever since then, ever since that surgery, I kind of accepted the fact that I was going to be sick, kind of indefinitely. That's when it really hit home. And so I, just, lived life. I met my wife and we've been having a lot of fun times and stuff. And, through life circumstance, at the same time, I was completing my bachelor's degree. My son was born, and I was also working full time. And so by some miracle, I was able to keep a positive attitude through that as well. And so for that, I'm very grateful. And so now, um, you know, I'm doing a pretty good job. Life, to me, life is a gift that allows you to, every day allows you to, an opportunity to be a little bit better than the day you were before. And so I'm still working on maintaining a positive attitude towards myself and towards others, treating myself kindly and treating myself well, so I can kind of have a full cup myself that can overflow of good things onto other people. And so that's kind of my life journey here, is to maintain hope, to maintain a positive attitude, and to try to help people that are going through a hard time maintain their own positive attitudes, because I know personally how challenging life can be. And so with that, guys, I really want to thank you for your time. Again, my name is Jordan, founder of Crohn's Veteran. You can check us out on Anchor, on Spotify, on Apple, on Google Podcasts. Also, you can check out our website at www.crohnsveteran.com. You can check out what else here, our Twitch channel. Crohn's Veteran is on Twitch, and also my co-host CJ Cabrera from the Crohn's Veteran podcast. His channel on Twitch is Chill Ghost. Also, follow my other co-host, Renika Wood, at Crohn's_and_sexy. And please check out our merch store too. We have a lot of great things going on. And so I appreciate the guys, the support. Please subscribe to, of course, our YouTube channel, and tell your friends about what we're trying to do here with Crohn's Veteran to raise IBD awareness. Thanks.